Hi, this is Tracy, and this is my third fieldwork reflection. I conducted my fieldwork at Altaloma High School, and I observed a sophomore English class. In this reflection, I'm going to talk about English language learners. My fieldwork teacher, Mr. McBride, about the third or fourth week of the fall semester, received a new student completely unannounced. She just showed up, sat down one day, and it wasn't until after class, when he was reviewing the syllabus with her and the assignments that she missed, or where they were up to, the class was up to thus far, that he realized that her English was very limited. She could only say a few phrases, and she only understood a few school-related vocabulary words, and he said it was really difficult to even explain the syllabus. So it was probably the first time I've experienced that within my field work, where somebody comes in brand new, unannounced, and you really have to kind of modify the lesson in order for her to benefit from your class as well. But I could also see, from a standpoint of a teacher, it's a little frustrating, or just maybe a little overwhelming, because it's unannounced. You're already into the semester. You're already kind of figuring out the students and getting to know their levels, and then you have to kind of go back to square one and try to retool any upcoming lessons to benefit this particular student. One of her first weeks, it was when they were going over Anton Chekhov's The Bet. And as I said in my previous reflection, a lot of the realization of themes and what characters and symbols represented were through classroom discussions. And they also had written first-person reflections throughout this short story. So this one English language learner from Taiwan, in particular, she, like I mentioned, had limited English language proficiency, and students were asked to submit a written assignment about the theme or the characters and what they represented in the bet. And her paper, she misunderstood the assignment, and rather than writing about the death penalty versus life imprisonment, or what the banker and what the lawyer represented, she wrote an essay about how betting is addictive. So right from the start, she comprehended the bet to mean gambling, rather than what the story was about. So right from the start, there's already a disconnect with the content. One thing I saw was that she did use an iPad. She owns an iPad, and I could see sometimes she was doing different translation things, I'm assuming with an app on the iPad. So I thought this would be a great resource and a convenient resource to provide her text in advance, modify it, give her any videos that could help, so she would feel better prepared going into the class sessions. She could also, in the class, partner up with another student for various activities. But like I mentioned, because of the space issue in the room, and because a lot of the discussions are done with the entire class, it's hard to split up into small groups. But again, this would be a great thing, not only for the other students, but for her to practice her English language skills. Just my thoughts regarding this matter, it was just kind of, as an outsider, it was frustrating to see that, he received really no information about her or her English skills. And so he was kind of just, had to make changes. So it shows that we as educators really have to be on our toes and be adaptable, whether it's the beginning of the semester, the middle, or the end, because anything can happen. Also, getting to know the English language learners resources. This particular student had an iPad, which could be extremely useful, and also other technology the EL would have, or if there's any English language speakers in the home. Also realized how important it is to just, regardless of your current students, always incorporate visuals, because like I said, anything can happen. So if a student comes in, at least you have that visual support while you modify your lessons. Altaloma High School also offers something called Project Success, which Mr. McBride often mentioned, brought up early on in the semester, and this was a